What's up guys, Dunham back again with another video. So a lot of these fitness channels or hobbyists in general are doing these type of videos where they discuss what they wish they would have known if they could go back in time and tell themselves like, hey, do this, do that. So they're doing things they wish they would have known before they started insert hobby here. So as you can see by the title, today I'm going to discuss 5 things I wish I would have known before I started calisthenics. All right, so 5 points, and like I said, these are some of the things that I will go back and tell myself if I could. So the first thing is that mobility and static flexibility are important when it comes to calisthenics, and if you don't work on those early on, then it's going to be hard to progress to some of those moves that you want to do. Now, for example, a lot of people go in and they start training handstand work, they start doing back lever work, L-sits, different static movements like that. And the reason why they don't progress like the way they should is because they don't focus on a lot of mobility work. Mobility meaning the joint movement. So for example, this is having good shoulder mobility, and bending down and touching your toes, that's having good static flexibility. So both are as equally as important. And the way that you can start doing this right now is to start doing some dynamic stretching and mobility work before you start working out. Then afterwards, after you had your workout and your muscles are warmed up from the workout, that's when you should engage in static stretching. And like I said, working on this stuff will help you progress in calisthenics the way you want to, and you won't be limited by your range of motion to progress to the next skill. All right, so let's move on to the second point. All right, the second thing that I wish I would have known is that calisthenics, all in all, is really no different than weight training. A lot of people think that just because you're training with your body weight, you should go about different procedures and methods and this and that, and that's actually not the case. We're just using another resistance source to train our body. So instead of using weights, we're just using gravity in our body. So nothing changes except for the exercises. That's why me personally, I train like a bodybuilder. That's why I created the program, the Bodyweight Bodybuilder, is because nothing changes for the most part except for just the way we do our exercises. So reps and sets, rest times, stuff like that. It's pretty much the same as weight training, all in all. All right, so the third point kind of relates to the second point that I just said, and that is that we should build our strength first, and then next we should worry about these tricks later. So I really don't quote unquote trick at all. Like 360 muscle ups, never learned different trick moves like that. I've always been focused on building a strength base first, and then if I want to learn that stuff, then I'll go about learning that stuff. Don't be I don't want to say the word stupid, but don't be stupid and start learning these tricks first and you have no strength base at all. Like if you can't do 10 pull-ups, then why are you trying to learn a 360 muscle up right now? So just keep that in mind as you're training. All right, and the fourth point that I want to talk about, something that I wish I knew, is that you never want to stop the basics. So the basics, we all know: push-ups, pull-ups, dips, right, and squats. So everything that calisthenics involves is just a variation of a basic exercise. That being said, never stop doing the basics. So if that means just doing high reps of basic exercises, then never stop doing it. Like take a day out of the week just to focus on the basics, or after your real workout, just do some push-ups, some normal pull-ups, right? And also, you can not stop the basics also by engaging in weighted basics. So that's how I approach it. I do weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, and weighted push-ups every now and then, but I do a lot of push-ups in RTC, so that's pretty much covered. And actually recently I've been doing quote-unquote a weighted squat, which is the back squat. That's a basic exercise, right? It's just made popular by bodybuilders. So as you go on about your training, never stop the basics, whether it be just doing high reps like I said, or doing it weighted. All right, this last point, I'm really not trying to sound too sappy, but just something I would have told myself is that nothing is like impossible. Like for real, nothing is impossible when it comes to achieving your goals, especially in the world of bodyweight training. So I used to look at muscle ups and say I'll never be able to do that. I used to look at handstands like I'll never be able to hold a handstand, because at the point in time I couldn't do it, and I was training to learn it, and it seemed like it would never come. But I kept going, Then eventually I was able to hold a 2-second handstand, 2 seconds turned to 5 seconds, 5 seconds turned to 10 seconds. And then before you know it, you look back and you're like, that's crazy. I can't believe I progressed that far. So as you're seeing these cool moves on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, just realize that if you train hard enough, that can be you one day. So never lose hope, never give up, just keep training. I promise you, eventually you will see the results that you want. So that are the 5 things that I wish I would have known before starting calisthenics. I hope this video offers some value to you. If it did, give a thumbs up. And also, of course, be sure to subscribe for future videos. And that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.